As a manager in agronomy sales, I basically do everything from answer the phone, talk to customers, troubleshoot problems within the plant, recommend, make the decisions at my location which products I choose to use. A few years ago I heard about the NutriSphere and AVAIL products. I tend to be real leery about new products. I don't put a lot of faith into university research. Yet last year we tried a few products, both AVAIL and NutriSphere, saw some positive results. From those results, I started recommending it this spring and last fall both, as far as using the AVAIL in the fall with our MAP spreading. And then as we moved into spring, we used a lot of the NutriSphere, primarily on dry fertilizer. Did have some real good visual results at this point with some on liquid. We'll see how those results are when the combine hits the field, but as of right now I can tell you there's going to be a definite difference. On the corn, in the NutriSphere treated corn, we don't see any nitrogen deficiency. We have it flagged. We can walk across that line where the treated area and the non-treated area meet, and it's a dramatic difference, definite difference in ear size. Plant stage tends to be a little bit further ahead with the NutriSphere treated plants. Great product as far as I'm concerned right now. I think next year we'll use it more in the liquid loads than we have in the past. With the AVAIL, we did some trials last year, just a lot of good results in both beans and corn. Not as many nutrient deficiencies or phosphorus deficiencies showing up in those crops. So we moved into last fall, we had some high phosphorus prices. Let's protect that phosphorus that we're putting on and put that AVAIL on the phosphorus products. So far, I've got a field this year that 2 years ago when it was in corn, definite phosphorus deficiencies showed up all season long. This year I have yet to see those phosphorus deficiencies. Everything was treated the same and exactly the same hybrid on that field. Basically, I had seen the data. It intrigued me. I had talked to several other several other companies that were using the product and their benefits with it. You know, we can make a little bit of money on the products. It's a product that can be helpful to my farmers. And that's where I'm here first, is for the farmer and to produce more crops. If we look at it, we've heard it time and time again that we've got to produce more crops on less land. This is a product, a tool that we can utilize to do this with. And so I look for it as tools that can make the production, increase production on less land. We have a vertical style blender. We treat with a eduction cone from Kaler. We go into 3 nozzles. At first we started with the three sprayer nozzles in. We've taken those out, so we're just dribbling that product over in 3 areas across our top of our blender. I've found that the longer we blend, the better our coverage is. We dye everything. Our AVAIL product we dye with a red dye. Our NutriSphere we dye with a blue dye. And I've found that if I can pre-treat during a slow period, whether it's a raining spell, during the winter, or any time that I have extra time to pre-treat, it saves me time in the blending process later on. I dye the products, number one, for my employees and myself to make sure that we're getting good coverage with the products. And another reason to dye it is when that farmer drives in and he sees this pile of blue fertilizer, he wants to know what that is. It creates a question with him, and he says, well, what's that blue fertilizer? What's the difference between that blue urea and the regular urea that I typically use? And so that creates that conversation piece and really gets us out there to see what's the difference between the two. One thing I've noticed with the pre-treating in our shed is that pre-treated stuff, it stays drier longer. You don't get the moisture buildup that we have in our traditional urea products. We've got NutriSphere treated urea that we treated would have been back in June, and today we're the 14th, 15th of August. We've had it in there since then, haven't had any meltdown or any evaporation in that product. I can go to my untreated bin and it's damp to the fill and it's goopy, and we've got goop running out underneath that bin. So there's quite a bit of difference there. It has definitely helped our bottom line, and it's also created more intrigue. I've had some producers that, hey, the neighbor told me about this, what is this product? Maybe they haven't been in before, they bought minimal amount of product through my location, and now they're buying more and more product because they have used this NutriSphere and AVAIL products. We started with grower meetings last fall, talked to the growers at the grower meetings, and then after we moved on with the grower meetings, I continued to follow up with those growers and say, hey, let's think about this product and try a little bit here and there. And in fact, now I've got quite a few growers that are going to be utilizing about 100% next year of NutriSphere or AVAIL or both stacked. On the heavier ground, use the heck out of both of them all the time. I haven't seen it fail yet, so I'm pretty high on the product. And so in the heavy ground, I've had great luck with. I've heard some horror stories on sands, but sand's a different breed of cat. With the NutriSphere, even with the NutriSphere-N, we still have to split applications. We can't go all in once. I've seen on the heavier grounds where we put on some NutriSphere treated urea, and those are some of the better looking fields yet today.